Hi, Hugo. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Hugo Tobar, the founder of the NK Institute, and we are so excited for the upcoming 2024 NK conference in November. Hugo, will you talk to us a little bit about what your topic is and why you're so excited about it?
Sure. My topic is called Molecules of Hope, crosstalk between muscles, bones, the heart, and adipose tissue. And this is a new course I'm going to teach for the first time in November, soon after the conference. And I'm excited about it because, my original hormone course had, well over 100 hormones in it. And I thought I'd covered it all. But in the process of writing this course, I've discovered another 200, over 200 hormones, mainly cytokines and growth factors that I didn't have. And so this is something that's just really blowing my mind. Now, the idea of a hope molecule refers to certain myokines, which are hormones released by the muscle. And so, like myo is muscle, and so it's a cytokine from muscle. That's what it means. And they're called molecules of hope because they're found to be a antidepressive effect. And
Oh,
what they do is you get a lot of them are produced in exercise. And what they do is they can not only affect your mental well-being, but also they start helping you lose weight, converting white adipose tissue, which is where you store fat in giant globules, to beige adipose tissue, which is more like brown adipose tissue, which is has the same function of brown adipose tissue, which is what happens with that is it is involved with not storing fat but burning it. And it's a thermogenesis. Normally it's triggered when you're cold and you do non-shivering heat generation. That is to say, your brown and beige adipocytes will start generating heat in your body. Normally, when you shiver your muscles, and that generates heat to keep you warm. That's what the shivering mechanism is. And
hmm
so, myokines not only help you with your losing weight, they are good for your health. They help you with their anti-obesity. They help against things like insulin sensitivity, glucose sensitivity, but also they crosstalk with the heart. And there you've got what's called the cardiomyokines, which are hormones released by the heart. And often what they do is they get really active when you have some kind of heart injury, like myocardial infarction, heart failure, hypertrophy, and things like this, even atrial fibrillation. And so, what they'll do is they will help heal the heart. They also crosstalk with the adipose tissue, where you've got the adipokines, and with the white adipose tissue, you release things like the most well known is leptin, of course, and that helps with the glucose usage and insulin. But you've got a whole host of other adipokines, and what they do is some of them are actually pro-obesity and pro-inflammation, because when you are obese, you start getting a lot of inflammation in the adipose tissue, and that is really bad for your health. But some of them will
hmm
be anti-obesity as well, and sort of also some of them will actually start converting the white adipose tissue into beige adipose tissue, which is really good for your health. So you burn the fat rather than keep the fat. And then you've got, as well as that, what's called batokines. They're cytokines released from brown adipose tissue. They're kind of smaller in number, and what they do is they're involved with the burning of fat and even the beiging or browning of the white adipose tissue.
Okay.
So then you've got osteokines. So what osteokines do is they are involved with bone remodeling, where you can have osteoblast formation, which adds to your bone mass, osteoclast formation, which reduces your bone mass, but also the differentiation of bone marrow stem cells, which are the source of the osteoblasts and osteoclasts. And so all this information, so that is really important for bone strength, even like fracture healing. And it could even be important in things like osteoporosis and osteopenia and things like this. But what is the most fascinating thing is that all of these molecules, from the adipokines, the bradykines, the cardiomyokines, myokines, and osteokines, they all talk to each other. They all go and say a myokine might communicate with the adipokines and the cardiomyokines, the bradykines and the osteokines, and so you'll have its receptors there. So when you exercise and it's good for your health, that exercise can then induce cardioprotective effects and things like this. So it's really, the whole thing's really fascinating. And not only that, it also helps you get out of a depression as well. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm really excited to talk about it and share it, because some of the information I found and how the receptors work and all the signaling pathways are really very fascinating, and all the different receptor types. And it's taken me down a wormhole I'd never thought I'd go. And from this, I can see, because I've got so much more information, as I mentioned before, over 200 more new um, hormone formats, as I'm going to be writing more hormone courses out of this for a bit yet. So
We
fortunately, I've got a bit of time on my hands now, and that's what I'll be doing.
That is so exciting. I cannot wait for the conference now to hear about that. I think it's going to be huge to be able to talk about the hormones and converting that. And depression is a big hot topic, and weight loss is a hot topic. So hearing all of that will be really, really fantastic. So I'm really excited about that, Hugo. Thank you so much.
No
Well, stay
worries.
tuned. Our conference is 2020 in November 1st and 2nd, 2024, NK conference. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon, Hugo.
Okay.